morning. This is your girl Shay, the natural type, and I am here live. Hold on one second. I am here live, waking up this morning, no makeup, fresh face. Good morning to. I have dry skin. That's not a booger, people. Good morning to all my new viewers. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Also, first things first, give praise to God. Good morning, praise the Lord. Anyways, I'm really coming to y'all raw and unedited. Straight from the bed. I need to go brush these teeth. And then I got glue out from my eyelashes stuck on my eyes still. I don't know how, but the rest of my face is clean. This morning I am coming to y'all with a video, just basically seeing how y'all's morning is going, how y'all Sunday is going, how everybody's doing this morning, basically, just chit chat before I get up and get my day started. Last night was a big turning point for me on YouTube. That's all I can say. Like, it wasn't a bad turning point. It was good. Like, YouTube, itself gave me some good feedback information regarding my channel, so I'm very happy. Also, I owe a thank you to all my subscribers, all my lovelies, which y'all know you are all part of the Empire Squad. So yeah, 1 second. Get some more here. Alrighty. Anyways, I currently have my children in timeout. It takes me like a good 2 hours to fully wake up. Like, I've been awake, but I've just been like sitting here, laying here, waiting here. What I want to talk to you all about is motivation in life. What is it that motivates you? What keeps you going? What makes you want to strive harder and go harder in life for your dreams and your goals? For myself, personally, it would be God first and foremost, my children, my fiance, myself, and just the fact knowing that there's many, many young men and women out there who need more people like myself who is motivated by other motivators to motivate them. And without being motivated and stuff in life like that, you really don't get far. Or I wouldn't say you don't get far, it's just really hard on you, because sometimes you need to be motivated. You don't need to be dragged down, pulled down. You don't need to be getting feedback that is more so hate feedback than support. Like, for a while I got a lot of hate feedback and I was needing support, so it made it really hard on me to keep on pursuing the things that I wanted to do in life, such as my channel, my modeling, my singing. I mean, I don't understand it. But I'm seeing a lot of, new people coming up on my suggestions, and I try to subscribe to as many of y'all as possible. I do, 100% wholeheartedly. DCTV2, I did not forget. I will be making sure at some point today I do get to your channel and check out some of your videos, just in case you do go back and watch this one. But no, far as support system in the YouTube industry and having people to motivate you, it's hard. It's so much hate out here. Like, you got to be built for this. You got to be ready for everything that it's about to throw at you, because you're going to be hated on. You're going to be talked about. People going to call you fake. They going to say the stuff that you do is fake. And how do I know? Because I do it to certain YouTubers that I watch. But see, I don't put their names out there, because that's one thing I don't believe in doing, is exploiting people and being like, oh, it was John Carter who, did all this fake nonsense on their page or whatever. Nah, bruh, I'm not with all that. What I do is I just basically put it out there that you're doing something wrong without putting your name out there. Because like I said before, I would really hate for somebody to put me on blast and then bam. Good morning. How are you doing this morning? Also, my morning is going to be consistent of house cleaning, getting things cleaned up and stuff like that. I'm really tired. I went to bed at like 5 this morning, woke up at 8 o'clock because the freaking phone company said, because I put the money on the non-primary account or whatever, it was an issue with the phone bill. So like, I'm on my phone in the middle of the excitement that YouTube just gave me about my, my page. And so I'm finishing setting up like important information. And then bam, my phone just stops working. It stopped doing anything. And I'm like, what's going on? So I went and I viewed, the payment section or whatever on the phone. And it's saying that the money's still in the account. Come to find out, being that my fiance is the primary account holder, it needs to be paid from his phone. So like, I was like, oh no, I have to get up early. This has to get situated early in the morning. For one, I have to call my new manager at my new job. And I'm like, I'm just the kind of person, I don't believe in, can I use your phone to make a phone call? I mean, I wouldn't say it's a pride thing. I feel it's a responsibility thing. Like, handle your responsibilities and you won't be put or placed in situations like that. Oh my goodness. Freaking cold. But no. Handle your responsibilities and you won't be put in situations to where you're having to ask other people for certain things. You know what I'm saying? Now, there may come times in your life where you hit rocky spots, hard spots, and you have to necessarily ask for help. So, I mean, ask for it. I've been in plenty of those situations, and after having children is when I really realized, like, there's going to be hard times that occur in your life, and you're going to have to set your pride aside and literally go and ask people for help. And that was just something for me that was oh so hard. Like, I just did not understand that, like, for the longest. Like, ask for help. I got kids. If I ask somebody for help because I'm needing something for my children, they're gonna look at me like, you're such a bad parent. But I mean, we're in the real world. Like, who doesn't ask for help? You know what I'm saying? Like, that brings me to a lot of, like I said, I don't try to talk about YouTubers, but it just brings me to a lot of YouTube couples, families, individuals. Y'all act like y'all always had it made and y'all never had to ask for nothing. Before YouTube, what were you doing with your life? What? You can't tell me you never hit a hard pot. You never hit a hard spot and you didn't have to ask for help from individuals and things of that nature. Like, I wouldn't buy it. I just don't believe it. Everybody in their life at some point has asked for help before you've made it big, before you had all the money, cars and clothes and shoes and jewelry. There was a point where you had to ask for help. But a lot of people, what I'm noticing is, y'all forget where y'all come from. You really do. And my thing is, God knows your life. He knows the path that he's going to, send you on. If you drift off that path, you drift off that path on your own. You know what I'm saying? That was your own choice to do that because you didn't keep God first in your life. Also, it's mind-boggling to me, because some of these YouTubers now that are coming up, all they want to talk about is money. And I'm literally seeing their personalities changing. Like the YouTubers that I start following from day one, they are seriously changing. Like they're not the same YouTuber personality that I watched in the beginning. And I'm looking like fame's gotten to your head. Like it really has. But what they fail to realize is money is the root of all evil. So you go and change yourself. You go and you change your appearance because of the sake of money, for more viewers, for more likes, this, that, and the third. I mean, it don't get that serious. Now, I'm not knocking nobody for changing their appearance or anything like that if they're doing it because there's something within themselves that they didn't like and they want to fix. That I can totally understand. But if you know you have the perfect face, the perfect body, the perfect mind frame and everything in life, and you go out and just start doing things and changing up just for more money, you need help. You need more than help. You need the Lord thy God in your life. Like, come on now. Oh my goodness. Look at my lips. What are you guys doing on y'all Sunday morning so far? How's y'all's morning going? Matter of fact, I don't want to ever forget to ask that. I like to know what's going on in y'all's life as well. Like, how are y'all doing? Baby, sit down. Now, you know you're in punishment. I have like absolutely nobody on this live right now, but that's fine. I know some people sleep in. I know there's a lot of people at church right now, and a lot of people may be at work. So yeah, you need to put that down, Junior. I'm not playing. Do what I said. How many people have children and y'all have a YouTube channel and then like you be doing a video or you be going live and then your child feels that's like the perfect time to just spaz out? I know my kids, they really just think like, Mommy is not paying us no mind at all. No, I'm paying you attention. It's just, you know better already, so I shouldn't have to repeat myself to you. You know what you should be doing and you know what you should not be doing. Also, this is a topic I'm going to bring up yet again. Disciplining your kids, I feel, can be many different ways. You can give them a pop on the hand. You can give them literally one pat on the fanny, which would be the buttocks. You could put them in corners. You could put them in time out. But I feel any of that is, to me, building up for destruction. Like you're messing up your child's head. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to say I don't do any of those things because it does say in the Bible, spare the rod, spoil the child. So your child does need to be disciplined and regulated at some point in time, you know what I'm saying? But some people just take things extremely too far. If y'all hear snoring, that's my fiance. He is knocked out. He is KO right now. We both went to bed late. I was up. I remember I was on live last night, and like before my phone started doing everything that it was doing, I was like, "You hear my kids arguing?" Ariana, hush. I was on live and I was like, "Ooh, I'm tired. After I take my anxiety medication, it's time to go to bed." I thought I was going to bed. I went to get into bed and that's not what happened. I don't know what happened. I got real tensed and I caught a headache or whatever. As y'all can see, y'all don't see, for whoever was watching last night, y'all don't see that little wrap right there holding down my baby hairs. I could not do it. My head, I don't know how many African Americans, Afro Latinas, white Hispanics put wraps around their head, at night. And you're doing it because you're trying to protect your hairstyle or whatever. But the moment you put that wrap on your head, you put that wrap on your head just right, right? But as time goes, 15 minutes past, 30 minutes past, it feels like it is gradually getting tighter on your head on its own. Like, no, what is you doing? Like, I can't deal with that, because within a good 2-hour time frame of me having something on my head, I'm like, you know what, this is enough. I cannot take this pain no more. This hurts. Get it off. So when I took that off, I start relaxing, and then that's when, like, I realized, hey, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I got to get up and get these phones in order at 8 in the morning to make sure that they're, situated, they're handled. And not only that, I was like, at 10, I got to call my new manager. And I'm like, I need to get all this in order. And I know another thing I'm going to tell y'all. You see that teeth? They crooked. They jagged. I'm thinking about getting braces. I want to. But then it just brings me to that point of, right now, I honestly don't care. Yeah, it bothers me for me to have mentioned it just now, but I honestly don't care. I'm happy with myself. Like I said, just exercising, working out, getting back healthy, following my dreams and goals, more so my passions in life. I'm happy with me. You know what I'm saying? All I'm striving to be is a better mother for my children, and a better wife for my fiance, a better daughter to my parents, a better sibling to my brothers, And that's all I'm striving in life to be. I'm not trying to be nobody else. I'm going to admit, in the past, I had a lot of different personality changes because I was trying to always change who I was. But if y'all keep seeing me look up, I'm looking at the blinds as usual, being nosy. I was trying to change up who I was. Like, I went through so many different hair colors, so many different makeup looks. Like, it was just freaking ridiculous to finally, like I said last year in LaPorte, I realized my hair had a whole bunch of heat damage to it. I wanted to hold on to my straight hair so bad. But I noticed every time I get weave, I want to get weave with curls, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, well, why do that when I have beautiful ethnicity? What is going on? Oh my goodness. This phone is about to upset me. But no, I was like, why go through doing all of that, spending money on weave and whatnot, when that money could be spent on natural hair care products to, take care of my hair. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to cut my hair one day. I thought I was slick. My hair looked like a mop that was missing a whole bunch of strings. That's how damaged my hair was. So I was like, I'm just going to cut a few strings off of my hair. Good morning, good morning. Praise the Lord. I thought I was just going to cut a couple of strings off my hair, and girl was going to be cute. I cut, and then I seen all in the middle was just like already reverting into curls, and I was like, so you're telling me I gotta go and cut the hair all off around my head? I was like, you know what? Oh well, I'm doing it for the better. At first I didn't like it, but then I grew into it, and it's a fun journey for me now. I really love it. I never thought that I would love it. I'm learning so much from the natural hair community. I watch Bree Hall, her natural hair videos. I watch Jayla Majette, Miss NK. I watch Happy Natural. I watch her. Who else do I watch? I watch the Twin Goddesses. I watch I do not know her name. She's very beautiful, though. I cannot remember her name, but she's very beautiful. She does a lot of braid outs and twist outs. Her hair is like a honey blonde. She's currently pregnant right now, so I don't know if that'll help any of y'all. Hazel Goddess, I think that's her name. I follow her, and I'm learning a lot about natural hair from all of them. I watched Love by Leah. I also, who else is it? Bianca Renee. I watch her. I love all of them. They like really helped me feel more comfortable in my skin and feel more comfortable with my hair. And then not only that, I didn't just do my hair like that for the sole purpose of me. I wanted my little girls to know that having kinky curly hair, fine curly hair, or coily hair, it's beautiful. Embrace it. I didn't want my kids growing up thinking that you had to adjust to what society says is beautiful. Wear straight hair. If you don't have straight hair, we're not going to accept you for this, that, or the third. 1 second. Y'all are supposed to be in timeout for 1. For 2, you're not supposed to be talking when you're in timeout. Timeout is a place for you to learn and think about what you did wrong. But no, I don't want my kids growing up thinking that that was what life was about, because they had to start picking up on words such as your hair is nappy and you ugly, and I'm like, so when mommy cut her hair and it actually, because first I start transitioning, but when I finally did the cut, because I was just tired of looking like a mop head, what happened was they seen it, and when they start seeing the curls come in more and more, they're like, Mommy, your hair looks like ours. Mommy is pretty. And it made me feel good for my kids to say that, because I know now that when they get older, they'll accept their natural hair. They'll accept their natural beauty. And that's why I say, you know, I ask lots of times in my videos, do y'all want me to come to y'all with makeup on? Do y'all want me to come to y'all natural? Because that's my name. In fact, on my page, Shade of Natural Type, you know. So I sometimes, like I said, I'll question what y'all all want to see, but a lot of the times you will be seeing me in my natural state. I mean, I might have like a weave on or something one day, but I love coming barefaced. I love my bare face. I love my skin. I love the skin that I'm in, and it took me a long time to accept myself as an individual, but God is working with me, and yeah. Far as religion, how do a lot of y'all feel on religion right now and what's going on in the world far as religion goes? Like, can y'all leave that in my comment box down below? OMG. I don't think I have any more cappuccino to drink, but I have some Maxwell latte mix, so I'm more than likely probably fixing to go make me a latte to put a little pep in my step, wake me up. I know I got to get ready to go feed my children. I don't know. I don't really know what else to talk about. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm still in the process of trying to fully wake up and whatnot, but like I said, I like coming to my lovelies, the Empire Squad, on the daily, at least with something, letting y'all know that I have not forgotten about y'all. Y'all stay on my mind. Y'all are a part of my life now. It's like we are a family, and we're only gonna grow bigger and bigger and bigger by the grace of God. So I have to stay dedicated to you all, you know what I'm saying? Like, family may not always be able to be in each other's face to know what's going on with each other, but you're able to, you know, do videos or pick up the phone and call them or send them a text or send them an email. So for me, y'all are my family, and I am making sure I bring y'all into my life as much as I possibly can on a daily basis, weekly basis, whatever it may be. I will be bringing y'all into my life a lot more here pretty soon. But for right now, I guess it is a goodbye until the next video. I love you all. I guess just really have a blessed morning. I don't know for the life of me, like, I sometimes get rubbed the wrong way about, like, by individuals. Like, okay, for instance, right now I live in Houston and I'm not going to be able to get a vehicle until probably in the next few weeks. And I'm not going to end it. I see you just pop back up on here, so I'll stay on a little longer. What, baby boy? No, you're supposed to be in timeout with your sister, so that's where you need to go. You're not no different. And y'all need to put up them toys. When you're in timeout, there's not no toys. Y'all are getting out of line, and I'm going to get you back in line. It's timeout time. Stop talking in timeout. Boy, I don't care about them tears. You think because everybody tell you you cute all the time that you just ain't going to get disciplined. No, boo-boo. Junior. Cut it out. No, like I was saying, I'm not going to be able to get a vehicle until, like, the next few weeks, so I be walking or whatever, and in this neighborhood, I promise, men are so disrespectful. I promise you they are. I could be walking in a full pair of sweats, a t-shirt, and a hoodie. Don't judge me. That I'm comfortable that way. I know my fiance tells me lots of times, baby, dress up, get sexy, you know. I mean, I'm going to start doing that more for him. But for the most part, I dress in sweats. Especially walking around or whatever. And, 1 second. Junior. Give her the toys now. I walk around like that for a reason. Because I know my body and my figure. How it is. So, I'll leave the house like that. And as I'm walking away, you see this. And I'm, oh man, why they get suspended? It's alright though. You'll be alright. Stop bumping on the bed.
Just against the wall, Junior.
But no, I'll be walking and just straight getting disrespected, and I'm like, I have a whole man, and I will let him know what you're doing. I know that'll bring people to ask, why doesn't he walk with you sometimes? I work from home right now. My second job is about to be basically around the corner from where I live right now, so I have 2 jobs. He's working, so whenever I have to go do something, I'm not going to just wait for him to get off of work to go do it. Like, I have a phone. I know how to keep myself tickets. It happens to us, you know, to us all, so that ain't nothing new. At least, see, that's what I like about you. You don't mind putting the truth out there about what's going on in a conversation or trying to sugarcoat stuff. But no, a lot of people might be like, why don't your man walk with him? Because he's busy. They be talking and they be looking, and I be walking like, I don't know you. One guy one time was like, hey. I'm like, no, I know darn well I was not listening to no music in my headphones, but I'm over here acting like I'm jamming out. Meanwhile, still hearing him talk about, hey. And the only thing that had him to where he could not get to me was the way the gates are set up at the apartments, and they have like the spike thing at the top of it. So when I had cut through the bushes from coming from the store or whatever, taking the shortcut to get back into the apartments, I'm on the other side of the gate. I'm inside the apartment complex. This dude is still like in the parking lot of where the store is or whatever, the little shopping center. This dude is literally trying to walk up to the gate and stuff. He couldn't jump it, but he is literally just like on my tail, like, dude, what is you doing? Mind you, later on that day, me and my fiance, we ended up going by the McDonald's, which is in the area. Who we see up in there? We see Mr. Hey baby, hey. My fiance, like, it took everything in his mind for him to hold his composure, for one. And then I'm just looking like, what are the chances that I run into you yet again? Like, why though? Why? So, like, I really can't wait till my fiance gets this car, because, like I said, these people up here are disrespectful. And then I'd be like, when it's a man, I'd be like, you hollering at me thinking I'm a whole female. What if I was a man? And then what? How'd that make you feel? Because, like, I can talk in different voices. You know what I'm saying? So how would you like it if you said, hey, baby, and I was like, what up? What up? You'd be like, no, she didn't. And I'd answer you like this. Oh, but I did, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, do I need to talk like a straight nigga for you not to bother me? Like, it's freaking ridiculous. Like, this used to happen to me a lot when I was younger. I was at an apartment complex when I was younger, and I'm dressed in some gym shorts, had a big ass hoodie on, and I'm on my way to go check the mails. He trying every time he see me. That's the problem. He need to stop trying. It ain't gonna happen. But I was on my way to the mailboxes, and I can't remember. It was an older guy, for one. I'm a teenager at the time. You don't know my age. You don't know if I'm a boy or a girl because of how I'm dressed. And you gonna talk about, hey, little mama. Mind you, I've been able to talk in different voices for years since I was younger. If I would have answered that person in a man voice, or if I would have just been like, you trying to holler at a minor, how would that have made him feel? Like, that, I don't know why people is just so darn disrespectful. Like, get your life. Like, seriously, get your life. My eyes is over here turning colors before me. The bottom half is brighter than the top half. Lord have mercy. Look at this. I ain't even gonna front. I don't know if y'all can see it. Them glue spots on my lashes. Had a whole full facial cleansing. And in those areas, that just want to stay there. So I'm going to have to use some of my natural oil in my bottle that I use for my skin and my face. Well, my face has skin on it. That I use for my skin and my hair. I'm going to have to use some of that to put on my lashes to get that glue off of there. I'm telling you, though, he would have felt lower than life itself because I got a mouth on me. But I try to be respectful, especially to other people, because I want to be respected. But these people out here be acting like when they see a fresh face from out of another city, they don't know how to act. And that's been with everywhere I've moved. Like, whenever I move somewhere, like when I moved from Seguin, Texas, I lived there for the majority of my life until I got close to my teen years. I moved from there to San Antonio, Texas. And I got to San Antonio, niggas left and right just coming out the woodworks like they ain't never seen a female before. I moved to LaPorte. That's more predominantly like a, I'm not racist, but it's like Caucasian based, so, it wasn't nobody really like all with all that. And then the neighborhood I was in, it was like, I would say somewhat bougie. So the majority of the people were old, stayed inside. The houses were big and beautiful and whatnot. But when I moved from LaPorte to Houston, I'm going back through what I went through in San Antonio. And I'm like, yeah, there's a saying, there's plenty of fish in the sea and fresh fish. I ain't nobody's kind of fish. I'm a whole woman. I'm telling you, yes, they do. That's exactly how they like them. Well, what they need to go do is go get them a young, thick chicken, right? And then they'll have them something young and thick. They'll have them some young chicken. And since it's real meaty and juicy, they'll have them some meaty chicken that's young. They need to stop when it comes to me, because sometimes I play straight dumb. You can speak English to me and I'll be like, ¿qué? No, no, mm-mm. Then if you pull out that Spanish card, I do this funny thing. It's not funny because it's like a God song, but it's in African language. I'm gonna start the African card language with you. You pull that African language with me, then I'm just gonna play straight dumb. I ain't got time for all that. Like, let me live my life. Let me be. And with my anxiety disorder, when I'm not medicated or when my medicine is wearing off and I go walking and I get approached like that, I get extremely, extremely scared for some awkward reason. Like, I don't like people approaching me like that, and it makes me not want to leave out the house. It makes me not want to leave home or whatever. So that's another big strength that I am overcoming right now, being able to walk out the house on my own without having to have my fiance with me. But like I said, it still bothers me sometimes because I'm like, you have no earthly idea that I have an anxiety disorder. And you is not helping my nerves right now, trying to holler at me, and I don't know you, and you like a complete stranger. Like, half the time, call me crazy, but like when I go somewhere, even if I'm in a vehicle, if I go somewhere, I turn my location on. I sync it with my mother. Because most of the time, my fiance, when we're in a vehicle, of course, he's with me. So I'll sync my location with my mother. So if anything goes wrong, that map gonna tell exactly where I'm at. Like, that's how bad my anxiety had me back in the day, to where now I'm used to setting my location whenever I leave on my Google Maps. Like, I can know exactly where I'm going, but I will put it in the GPS and set my location and share it so people know where I'm at, you know. Basically not people, but my mom, because that's the only person I would share my location with, just for the simple fact being if something serious happened, you want someone to be able to know within your family member circle or friend circle. You want them to be able to find you and locate you. But yeah, I know. What, baby? Give me that Q-tip. How did I meet my fiance with my condition? That is a good question. When I was 19 years old, I had my first daughter, and her father was like never really present. And what happened was, one night my mom needed a cigarette, and I didn't believe in walking to the store at the age of 19, especially not living in the neighborhood I was living in San Antonio. I don't know if anybody is familiar with Camelot. I had stayed in Camelot, and walking at night, no, not cool. But, you know, the neighbors and stuff over there, they were cool, down to earth. So I went across the street where I would normally go, looking for a certain individual to ask for a cigarette for my mother until we could get to the store. This boy comes to the door being just rude as heck. And I'm looking at him like, okay, I don't know who you is either, because I was looking for somebody else. He was like, well, nah, we ain't got no cigarette. Mind you, he says, when you turned around and you walked off, he was like, I'm a nigga, so I'm going to be straight up about it. All I seen was that ass. And I was like, are you serious? I was like, I seen you and how, you know, your demeanor was and how you're being kind of rude, but for some reason, I found that rudeness to be attractive and appealing. Well, what ended up happening after that, I don't know if it was the following day or a few days later, he comes across the street and he asked my mom's permission, you know, being respectful, if he could talk to me. And she, you know, basically, no, before he asked her that, he asked me, because I was sitting outside. I always would sit in the front yard. I would not leave the curb, really, for anything. Not unless it was asked for a cigarette if we were out. So, I'm sitting in the yard, and he comes up to me, and he's like, can I have your phone number? I'm like, sitting there, biggest day with a phone in my hand, talking about, I don't have a phone number. I don't have a phone. And he's like, but you got a whole phone in your hand. I was like, it's my mama's phone. And he's like, okay, but still, could I get the number? And I'm like, okay. So he did end up getting the number. And after that day, he did come by, asked my mom's permission to talk to me, very respectful. She really didn't care. It was really left up to me. You know, I already had my first child, so I'm basically grown at that point in time. So we start talking, and he would come over every day. Literally, we're across the street. He'd come over every day, but when he got ready to go home, he'd go home, and then we were on the phone, like, all freaking night long, and then get a few hours of sleep, and that was... we'd get a few hours of sleep, and then he'd come back over, or whatever, and then he start interacting. I let him start interacting with my daughter, and my oldest daughter, she's in the same room as me right now, so I don't want to say it loud. She doesn't really know her real dad because, like I said, he wasn't in the picture. My fiance stepped into my oldest daughter's life when she was 3 months, so that's her daddy. And so, like I said, he started getting close with my daughter, and I seen how he handled her with care and stuff, and how much love he was showing her as if it was his child, and it really touched me, and things just progressed from there. But they progressed pretty fast. Like, we caught feelings. I think within a week or two, we were already saying we loved each other, and we were in love with each other. And then shortly after that, I find out I was pregnant with his child. And what happened was, with that, you know, pregnant people, they go through the motions. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, we were back and forth with each other because of me and my mood swings. I would send him all the way back to his hometown, which is Houston. Like, I'm in San Antonio, but I sent him all the way back to Houston on multiple occasions just because I'm aggravated. And he... True about that. Yeah, the father is the one who takes care of you, not who dropped the seed. I agree. But I'd always send him back to Houston. And I know this man has to have mad love for me because, let me tell you something. He come right back. Or he could be in Houston after I sent him there, and me and him are still communicating on the phone and talking to each other. I miss you. I love you. This, that, and the third. Okay, I'm going to try to get back down there as soon as possible, you know. I can't make no guarantees of what day I can get back down there, but he wouldn't be gone for long. Okay, after his daughter was born, he is a keeper. After his daughter was born, we had a few ups and downs, you know what I'm saying, and problems. And one day I just exploded on him. Like, I literally exploded on him. This before his daughter, I think, hit 2 years old, I believe. And it resulted in an accidental injury or whatever. And I'm the one who started the drama, and he took the wrath for both me and him. Like, instead of saying, you know what, I'm gonna throw you under the bus too because you had a part in arguing and trying to hit on me, because he did not once try to hit me or anything like that. I was just throwing things at him and trying to hit him, and that's not the right thing to do, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I was doing. He took the wrath for it. Meanwhile, I'm in the hospital being treated for my fall because I fell off of a ledge, like under a carport, and I hit the ground, ended up with brain contusions and just really bad headaches. So while I'm in the hospital, I get a call, and they're like, we got him. And I'm like, so hurt, and I'm like, I want to be disconnected from these IVs and everything right now. You got who are you talking about? And when they told me it was my fiance, it broke my heart. He was in trouble when he was younger, and it resulted in, when they picked him up, he spent darn near close to 3 years in prison. And as much as he wanted to hate me for him going there, the love was still there. Things happen, people's lives changed or whatever, you know. So when he got out, he attempted to reach out to me on multiple occasions to try to get back with me. And I would always play the hard to get role, or I don't want to get back with you right now. And inside, I really did want to get back with him, because the whole time he was gone, I missed him, because I lost myself and start trying to conform to what I thought other men liked. And that wasn't right, because my fiance loved me for me, which all these other guys, when he was away, they didn't like me for me. While he was locked up, stupid me, you know what I'm saying, I end up pregnant again with a boy, which is my son. And his father don't want to be in the picture, don't want to have nothing to do with him, don't want to have nothing to do with me, was threatening my life, this, that, and the third, which planted him in prison for real, because he was sending terroristic threats to my cell phone, threatening to kill me when I got ready to walk to work or go to the bus stop to get to work. So he ended up in prison. And he basically lost his rights to what would have been his child. But when my fiance came back in the picture, he sees this little boy. He knew about the little boy before I even knew it. Like, he was keeping tabs on me. He loved me that much that he was always making sure that I was okay. So he knew about my son already, and I didn't know it. But when he actually seen my son face to face, when he came to visit his daughter, once I finally got over my stubborn streak and said, yes, you can come see your daughter, I want to see you, or whatever, he came. I was nervous to see him after all those years. And when he seen my son, it hurt him. It really did hurt him. And I felt bad, because I was like, I know how you feel. And he was like, no, you don't understand. That was supposed to be my son. That was supposed to be my seed. But my little boy had barely turned 1 year old. Never had seen the donor, should I say. What does my fiance proceed to do? Just like he did with my oldest daughter. He accepted my oldest daughter. I had a child by him. And then he comes in and he's accepting my son, despite everything I just sent him through. The 3 years I made him lose out of life in the free world. He really just stepped to the plate. And ooh, I got boogers. He stepped to the plate. Can you remind me some tissue? No. He stepped to the plate or whatever. That is he stepped to the plate. He stepped to the plate or whatever and took in my children, and those are his kids. He do not even like hearing about the other party who dropped the seed for the child. He is their father. And I just love that he, thank you, baby. Yeah, that is a lot to come back and see me with another child. And it's like I told him, that was not planned. That was not meant. When you went away, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to keep it real with YouTube. I had a little spin around where I was drinking a lot and just drinking, trying to drink the pain away, and it wouldn't go away. It just would not go away. Like, it stayed. I was always crying. I was hurting. Something had occurred where my kids were out of my life for a whole year in foster custody. So it was like, not only did I not have my fiance because of something stupid I did, sent him away for 3 years in the pen, my children were gone too, my 2 daughters, because at the time I was pregnant with my son. And that's crazy, because if you see your 2 daughters are gone, your fiance is gone, how do you go out and just do stupid stuff, end up pregnant because you're trying to hide your pain, but you end up pregnant? And I don't know, I just made a lot of dumb decisions. But you're supposed to be in timeout, baby. Go on. It just, I don't know. I just don't know, like, it's really a hard topic to talk about. Like, I felt like my whole world was gone at that point in time. Like, my kids are gone, my fiance's gone. I don't have anything. Like, I'm just gonna drink my pain away. And I stopped drinking when I found out I was pregnant with my son. I'm like, oh no, you know what I'm saying? I'm pregnant. The first thing that did come to my mind was, how the heck is this man gonna take this? You know what I'm saying? Because I knew he loved me. You know, I loved him. And love don't turn off like a light switch. Me and this man had been together 3 years before he even got sent to prison. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, love is not a light switch on the wall that you could just turn on and off. Like, okay, I'm gonna turn love off right now, let me turn it off. No, if it's real, it's always gonna find its way back. And he found his way back to me. I remember after he came to visit his daughter, and he seen, thank you, he is a good guy. I know after he came to see his daughter and he seen that I had a son and everything, these are his words. He's fixing to leave so he could come back to Houston or whatever. And he goes, do you think you could do a long distance relationship? And I'm like, I guess. Like, why not? And I knew what he was getting at. And he was like, no, seriously, no cheating, no this, that, and the third. Mind you, let me tell you something. This man, I have never, when we were together, even before he went to prison, did not cheat on him. That's how I know I love this man and he's my soulmate. Yeah, I told him, I know at one point in time he mentioned he felt like he had got completely stabbed in his back. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't even be mad at him for that. I had to let him go through the motions and the pain of whatever he was feeling until it, you know, finally went away. And my son now is his son. Like, he's like, that's my little nigga, that's my little boy, you know, like he just loves him to pieces. But he goes, can you handle a long distance relationship? I knew what he was getting at, and I was so happy that he asked that, you know, because seeing him just brought back a lot of different emotions and feelings. So at the end of the day, I went forward, I went through with it, and here we are now, fixing to be going on 2 years again, you know. So I'm really excited, and I do feel really blessed. We don't get along all the time, you know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody perfect. You have your ups, you have your downs, you have your highs, you have your lows. Ain't nobody perfect. You know, you can't try to paint out this perfect, pretty relationship. But far as everything I sent this man through, he could have just already said, I'm done with you. I ain't got to go through this. Because when I'm off camera, I'm not going to lie. Like I said, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I'd be just nagging about the most pettiest stuff, and he still sticks it out with me. You know what I'm saying? He's still here. He could say, oh, I'm gonna leave, but he already told me he couldn't even leave me if he wanted to. He loves me too much. So I'm very blessed to have a man like him in my life, and my kids are lucky and very blessed, because I don't believe in luck. They're very blessed to have a father like him, you know. So I thank God for him every day. I really do. And I thank God for my whole support system in my life that was there for me when I was going through it with my kids, when I was going through it with my fiance being missing, you know. Like, I had to, things got so deep in the courts when the whole prison processing stuff was fixing to take place that they made me get rid of my engagement ring. So, like, it got deep, but I do love this man, and hopefully our wedding will be scheduled for sometime this year. I'm just really excited that my life is getting back on track, and I give all thanks and praise to God first and foremost. But yeah, that's how we met. DC TV 2, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to go and get my kids something whipped up to eat. I'll be back on live later on, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. But I'll be back on live later, and you can feel more than free to tune in if you like to. Well, I'm getting a very bad connection. But yeah, Anyways, for all my viewers, for everybody who ends up watching this video, DCTV is already on here, you know, so that's nothing. Get your blanket. For everybody who watches this video, new viewers, go ahead, please like my video, thumbs up it, hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you'll be notified of when I come to you with new content and whatever. So yeah, also you can reach me at all my social media pages in the description box down below. Please go check out some of my photos, check out some of my singing clips, and follow me on those pages as well. Show your girl some love, and also please leave me some 2018. We are taking over, we are rising, and elevated higher by the grace of God. Keep God first and foremost in your life. Keep him in the middle and the end. Also, remember, if nobody loves you, remember God does, and so do I. This is your girl Shay, the natural type, and I am out. Love you guys.